Hello everyone and welcome back to Candidly Cantrice. Hey guys, thank you for stopping by to check out another video. Let me tell y'all about these dreads, okay? We're not gonna focus on what's going on up here because listen, these Johns is working my nerves, okay? My dreads are all limbs, but the longest ones are like to my lower back, so they're always in the way. I think something's crawling on me. They're always in a way I can't see if I look down. So I just been having them up and out of my way, but not like in no particular style, but just like away. But just like away. So we're not gonna focus on this crazy bun I got going on up here, okay? We're not gonna focus on none of that. So today I wanted to talk to you guys about conforming to other people's standards and expectations. Now, so growing up, my mom always expected highly of me. Does that even make sense? Is that a proper sentence? Like, I was always expected to do well in school. I was always expected to behave well. I was always expected to, be respectful, which is normal things to expect for your kids, I guess. But it was like, because if I did anything, it was like a big deal. Like, humongous deal, right? So, good thing for me that I liked school and I liked excelling in school. So that was never a problem. I didn't like getting in trouble, so that was never a problem. Being respectful came easily. It wasn't something that I didn't want to do, or so for the most part I was fine when it came to her expectations. Obviously, as you guys know, I was a teen parent, so that was definitely something that was not on the list for me to be a teen parent, which is very understandable. And so the other day, what had happened was I was talking to my son because he is 16. He have his learner's permit, which means he can drive with a licensed driver in the car. He loves driving. He's very good at it. The problem is I have a lot of anxiety when it comes to driving. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know why it's a thing. It's really annoying, all of that good stuff. But because I have anxiety, it's hard for me to let him drive. And so when he does, I've gotten better because being in the car with him more, I see that he does actually know how to drive. He's paying attention. He's being cautious, different things like that. But my anxiety don't be caring about that. So it's hard to balance. And we had recently had a conversation where I was explaining to him about my anxiety, and it's about different little things that are kind of off about me. I would call off about me. And as I was telling him these things, like once we got back in the house, I was thinking like, I hope he doesn't look at me differently. Like my mom's this strong, smart woman. She's always helpful. And now he see me as someone, not saying that he does, but I was just thinking like, and now he sees me as someone who is basically, in all reality, just an actual human being. And it made me think about why parents keep a lot of things from their children. And it's like just to keep up that standard of a parent or the expectations that they're trying to uphold as a parent. And that can be very, I guess, devastating because you're trying to hold on to this image or these expectations that you have, and not really being truthful with your children about different things to let them know that you are only human, that you do make mistakes, that you can learn, from things and things like that. And so I was really like kind of feeling some type of way at first, like, I really hope he don't look at me differently. But if he does, that's okay because I am a human being. I'm not perfect. I'm not a superhero or anything like that. Like, You know what I mean? I hurt and I bleed just like anyone else. And so I wanted to share that. Like, that's a part of the expectation things that I wanted to touch on, but also as far as relationships. Um, okay. So how do I in relationships, certain things are expected of the other person. And if those things aren't talked about, they'll be expected and then it won't be happening, and then it can cause friction, conflict, all that good stuff. So for me, I have like two sides of myself. Like, I am very girly, like love lip gloss, will wear makeup, just real girly. Dresses, all that stuff. But then at the same time, I could fix a dryer. Or you know what I mean? Or like put stuff together, or like stuff that maybe a man would prefer to do, or would be more likely to do those things. I'm not the type of person that like waits around on people, especially if it's something that I can do myself. I'll just do it. And so that's a thing. But then it's like, I also don't care about cooking. Like, cooking's not my favorite thing. Cooking's not even like on my list of things to do. If I could, I would hire a chef. If I could, I would eat out all the time, but I cannot. So I'm forced to make sure there's food in the house because I have other people relying on me. And I am forced to make meals. But if I didn't have to, I could go without cooking. Like, I don't know. Like, there's people who legit love cooking. Like, my whole family, like everybody in my family loves cooking. They're good at cooking. And then there's me. Like, I'll bake you something to death. I'll bake 90 going north. But cooking is just like so daunting. But I love eating. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I would hire a chef, eat out, whatever. But in a relationship, that's usually expected of the woman to cook and make sure the house is clean and keep stuff in order and all of that jazz. But I kind of don't fit all the way in that mold. I fit more in my own mold because, like I said, I'm girly and I know how to. I'm handy, I guess. But there's a lot of people like that, a lot of women like that in my family. We just get things done. That's just how we are. So it made me start to feel down on myself because I'm like, why am I not like that? Why am I a woman who doesn't care about cooking? Why am I a woman who, cause I don't know how to describe myself. Like, but I was questioning, like, why don't I have these attributes, or why isn't this stuff just in me? And it's like, because that's how God made you, and God made you fearfully and wonderfully. So it's like, it's okay. Like, but because that's what people expect of a woman, it's automatically like, you know what I mean? And so it's terrible. So I wanted to come on here and encourage somebody who maybe for the parenting aspect, you want to uphold this image for your children, but letting them in a little bit might be more beneficial than you think. Also for the relationship aspect of it, be so comfortable with yourself that it doesn't matter what anyone else is saying about you or what anyone else thinks of you. But knowing where you stand, knowing what your weaknesses are, knowing what your strengths are, and being okay with that. And if your weaknesses are something that you don't like, not that other people don't like it, but that you don't like, there's always room for growth. There's always room for improvement. So you can always work on those weaknesses. But I had to just tell myself, like, this is how God made me. And it's not my fault that I'm like this. So starting to embrace that and letting people know, like, cooking is not my favorite thing. I'll make sure you eat though, but cooking is not my number one. It's not my number anything. Okay, it's not on my list at all. But like I said, I will make sure you eat. So there's that. But let me know in the comments below if there's anything that, you know what I mean, that you feel like you're supposed to hold an expectation of or a standard of. Maybe it's just in your family in general, don't have anything to do with parenting or relationships, but just something that you grew up being expected to do, and how that has affected you or benefited you in life. And let me know if you are watching these videos or not, or what's going on. If you are watching and you have not subscribed yet, just go ahead and click the button. It's fine. We'll wait. So you clicked it? Okay, great. Make sure you hit the notification bell too, so you can be alerted when I drop a new video. But that's all I got for you guys this time.